Hello guys, it's Erica with Not Your Average EDC. How's it going? Today we are talking about first impressions. So I have 4 knives that just came to me, and I've never done one of these first impression videos before. I usually do reviews and stuff like that, but we're just gonna change it up today. So I'm gonna do first impressions on 4 knives that I have that are new to the collection that I'm planning on testing. We're just gonna look through them and see what we like, what we dislike right off the bat. Just talk about them a little bit. Let's do the mini Osborne first. So this is one that I wasn't planning on reviewing. However, a friend gave it to me to test and review, which means I didn't have to pay for it. Gotta love free stuff. So we're gonna do it. So I have this one. This is the little tiny Osborne, and let's talk about what we think. So, first of all, not the biggest fan of the black and blue. Like, I guess it's cool. I'm kind of more of an earthy girl, so the earth tones are a little more my thing. However, it doesn't look too bad. I did put a blue thumb stud on here to kind of match the rest of the knife. And one of the first things I noticed is the body screws protruding on the inside, which for $175, why is that a thing? Why are the screws too long? That sucks. Let's see if we can catch that. Those little body screws in there, too long, so that's kind of shitty. Aside from that, it has great action, and when I first got it, my initial plan was to compare this to the 940, but in handling it, I'm not going to do that because it's not comparable to the 940. And what I mean is, it is the same shape as the 940. Yes, it's supposed to be a duplicate, a mini version, but technically speaking, this is not even close to the 940. The 940 is a workhorse. It is thick. You can use it to pry things. You can use it as a screwdriver. It's got a very long blade. I actually have it right here, so why not just put them side to side? I mean, guys, they're not the same. Do they look the same? Yes. Are they in the same field? No. The blade on the small one is much thinner, much more slicey, so I was going to compare them kind of head to head and see which one I liked better, but they really don't fall in the same class. So I think what I'm actually going to do is more or less compare it to knives in the same area as this. So this is actually the same size as a mini grip. It's the same size as the Benchmade sequel. It's a little more, well, much more slicey, like those blades. It's really tiny, and it's a... Can you guys see my dog unlocking my door? He literally knows how to unlock it. What, you want to leave? Go ahead. Dude's a genius. It's not even close to the 940 in terms of capability. It's just slicey and it's completely different. So I'm actually gonna probably compare it to those knives that I mentioned before, because it's almost like a mini grip and a sequel just slimmed down, and it just doesn't feel like the 940. It doesn't. It feels like a completely different knife. It's lighter. It's just different. So that'll be kind of fun to compare it to knives a little more in its class. I like the clip it came with. A lot of people don't. I love it. It feels good. I mean, this thing is awesome. I really like the feeling of it, the size, everything. I would not be able to go smaller than this, I don't think, comfortably. I wouldn't want to test anything smaller or lighter. Like, I've handled the mini bug out, and I was supposed to test it, and I just couldn't because it felt like a toy. Like, I would not want to go any lighter than this because it just doesn't, I don't know, just doesn't feel right. But I am excited to test this for sure. And first impressions are pretty darn good. I think this will be a fun one to test. Next up is one that everyone's excited about except for me. The AD 20.5. So I am literally not excited to test this at all, and I don't even know how long I'll test it for. Can I do a month with this? Probably not. Like, I don't understand why people are so obsessed. The lock, I don't enjoy at all. I don't like the sound of it. I don't like how it feels. I think it's too much. The blade shape is cool. The finish on it is cool. I don't like it that it's made in Taiwan. I don't like the handle scales at all. So these are like FRN plastic scales. Don't like how those feel. That much of the knife sticks out. I think the pocket clip is ugly. I don't like how it looks in my pocket. I don't like how it feels. Ergonomics are okay, I guess. I don't understand the hype about this at all. I am not excited to test this. I'll probably test it for like a week, maybe 2, if I can make it through that without vomiting. I don't understand the hype at all. First impressions, I'm not excited. Can somebody explain to me why people are so obsessed with this thing? And for, what is it, $175? Although this is not worth $175 either. I'm pretty sure that's the price for this tiny little mini Osborne. Like, come on, guys. Overpriced. Probably overpriced. Os 10, I don't know how that fares. It's probably fine. I mean, I've used Os 8, but I feel like Os 10 would be much more rugged. And I do like like I said, the blade shape, the grind. I like the profile. I think this is pretty cool. The jimping is decent, I guess. It is cool how the lock has jimping on it, and you can also use it as a thumb ramp. That's neat. But all in all, I don't understand the hype. It doesn't feel balanced in my hand at all. It just feels, God, like, why are people obsessed with it? It sounds like a pen from the bank. It sounds like I'm going to the bank and like clicking a pen to write out a check with the $0 I have in my bank account. Ugh, God, I don't understand it, guys. I don't, and it's ugly. This thing is ugly. Like, yeah, the blade shape is cool. All in all, though, why? Why? I don't get it. But you guys want to see it tested, so I am going to use it for a week or 2 and try to do some work with it. Blech. Alright, next. These are 2 that I'm really excited about. So these are the BGM knives that I got in to test. This one is a mini Junko full flat ground. This one I'm very excited about because I'm not sure how many of you know of Steingraber knives. Alex Steingraber, he's on Instagram. He, I believe, only makes 2 models of knives. It's called a shark, and then he has a Sasquatch or something, and they like sell out instantly on every drop. And I've always been curious about his knives, but this area right here in between like the blade and the rest of the knife, like this specific area on his knives is very thin, which just, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of weird looking. And then the price is a little much for me. Like, his work looks incredible, and I have nothing bad to say about his stuff because everyone talks so highly of it, and I've never used it, but I believe his knives go for like $275, generally speaking, yet John made this for me, which is, in my opinion, comparable, and I got this for $230 shipped, in the steel that I got to choose and the materials I got to choose, yet it's like basically the same knife, just beefed up. So like the blade shape is the same, the grind is the same. It's very similar to a Steingraber Shark, and much less money, and I got to pick everything I wanted with it. So I'm really stoked about this one. First impressions, I don't have a single thing to say about it negatively. Nothing. This knife is perfect for my hand. Perfect. I love the texturing on the G10. I love the blade shape. I love the belly. Everything about this is perfect. Like, John's work is incredible. So first impressions of this mini Junko, flawless. I'm so excited to use this. It's just awesome. So that's one that I'm really excited to test. And first impressions of the Spade. I actually did use this today. I carried it and used it today. So first impressions, again, flawless and perfect. I think this is another incredible design from him. I mean, everything about it really makes sense. He was going for an EDC type blade with this one, and I mean, John's really a genius. He knows what he's doing for sure. This is an awesome little EDC blade. I mean, I have looked over his knives very carefully, like, you know, the same way I did with the Osborne, and then you notice that the body screws are too long, stuff like that. Also, I forgot to mention, whoever ground this knife at Benchmade really fucked up. Jeremy, you know what I'm talking about because I showed you, but I don't know if I can get it on camera, but the tip got ground way too much. We can't really see, but if I were able to show you close up, I think it's both of these things. The tip got ground way too much, and then the coating was not brought, like the coating doesn't match up really. So it all looks like off. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. Like, it doesn't really matter to me in the long run, but just when you pay $175 for like a little tiny knife and the grind lines are off, that's kind of lame, or the bevel's off. But yeah, so first impressions of the mini Spade, again, flawless. And this I got to use today for all of my EDC tasks. It was really, really nice to use. It feels great. And the belly is awesome to use, super slicey, tons of capability, fit and finish on point. I mean, and these are handmade, so, like, for them to be this perfect, really impressive. Nothing bad to say about this in terms of impressions. So, yeah, that's another one that's getting tested, but, yeah, I just wanted to kind of throw something out there a little different than the usual and make it known that I am so sad about testing this. Wah, but I am gonna test it. But please, guys, let me know in the comments, even though I don't respond, I do read them. Let me know in the comments why people are so obsessed with this thing, because I'm not getting it. Like, I must be on a different planet. So let me know why this is such a hit. And also, please use your fucking shit. That rhymed. Have a great day, guys.